Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be showing you how to connect your camera to your computer. Now right now a lot of people are using webcams more than ever before because of video conferencing and working from home. But if you have a camera laying around at home, you can actually use this in place of your webcam. Especially if you're on a laptop, the webcams that are built into the computers are terrible. For whatever reason, Apple has refused to upgrade their camera qualities within their laptops. So even if you have an iMac or a regular MacBook Pro, those cameras are not the best quality, so I recommend getting an external webcam, or if you have a camera laying around like a DSLR, you can actually plug that in and use that as a webcam instead. Another really important use case actually is if you're doing any kind of live streaming, having a professional camera like your DSLR instead of using a webcam is very helpful. So this will show you exactly how to use your camera on your computer. Now the first thing you need is a camera. Now it doesn't matter what kind of camera it is, but your camera has to support something called clean HDMI out. And what that does, it means you can plug in an HDMI output from your camera and it'll show a clean image. It won't show all of those crazy overlays like the recording time or anything like that. You want to have a clean output, and most cameras these days should have this. Surprisingly, even my old camcorder over here, it has support for that, but my old DSLR does not support that. So it's very surprising to see some of the ones that don't support it. Just go on Google, search for the camera that you have and ask if it has clean HDMI out. You can normally check the company website and it'll show in the specs there if it supports that. Now it's not as easy as just plugging in your camera with an HDMI cable into your computer. If your computer has an HDMI port built in, that's really great, but it's only going to work for outputting video from your computer. Or if you have an adapter, it's the same thing. It's only meant to be outputting video. So your laptop screen or your computer screen could be extended onto a secondary screen. Those ports are not designed to take in video. And to do that, you need something called a capture card. Capture cards come in all different shapes and sizes. I have one right over here. And long story short, all these things do is they take in the HDMI from your camera and they output a USB into your computer. So it's basically translating your camera's video signal into a USB signal that your computer can understand. There are a ton of options to choose from. I'm gonna leave a bunch of links in the description below for my personal suggestions. If you're just using your camera as a webcam, I strongly suggest something simple like the Elgato Cam Link capture card. It's just a USB stick and you plug that in with an HDMI port on the other end. So it's very simple. You just plug in the HDMI directly from your camera into the Cam Link, and now you have an input on your computer like any other webcam. But if you're doing something a little more fancy, like gaming for example, you could also get something a little more higher end like the HD60S by Elgato. And the only difference with this is first of all, it's an external device, and you would input an HDMI connection here, and then on the other side, you can actually output that HDMI connection. So you can still do a pass through to your TV, but then use the USB port to get the HDMI signal going to your computer as well. So a little more flexibility, something like this. And if you're being really fancy, there are other things on the market like the ATEM Blackmagic devices, and you can use those to input multiple cameras and have one USB going into your computer. Now one quick point I want to emphasize: when you're looking for a capture card, make sure you find one that is UVC compatible. Unfortunately, the one that I got, the Elgato HD60S over here, this is not UVC compatible, and that means it only works with the Elgato game capture software. Had I gotten one that was UVC compatible like their Cam Link model or their newer HD60S Plus, that would have allowed me to use my capture card for things like Zoom, Skype, any other video conferencing software without any need for workarounds or anything like that. So one quick tip, definitely look for a UVC compatible device. And remember, no fancy cameras are required. A DSLR is obviously preferred because the quality is so much better, but even a camcorder like this will be a big step up from your internal webcam, so definitely consider that too. I hope you guys found this useful. If you have any questions about capture cards or which one to get, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.